Rental rates across the U.S. housing market are starting to fall, which is yet another sign of the 2022 housing crash coming to life. This is especially true in a housing market like Northport, Sarasota, Florida, where rent has actually decreased by 4% over the last 4 months, according to data from the Reventure Consulting May 2022 newsletter. It's possible that investors who bought homes at exorbitant prices over the past year or two were confident that the rent would rise. However, this is no longer the case, and I believe this will lead to a mass panic selling of properties in markets where rents have flatlined or fallen, such as the counties in red. It's important to understand your local housing market rather than relying on national indicators of home prices and rents, because in the fourth quarter of 2021, about 30% of all homes in Vegas were purchased by an investor, according to data from the Federal Housing Finance Agency, FHFA. Green shows the average hourly pay in America has increased by 30% over the past 8 years, but average rent in America has increased by 50%, and the average housing price in America has increased by 80%. Thus, it's evident that there are two disconnects in this graph. Rents have risen far faster than wages in the recent year or two, and this cannot be sustained in the long term, in my opinion. The fact that rents are stagnating in many places is a hint that they will fall. However, there is another discrepancy between rents and home values that you should be aware of here, and that is between rents and home prices. Home values are up way higher than rents, which is a sign that you know investors are accepting lower returns to buy homes. It's a sign that it's becoming more attractive financially to rent. And so at some point you're going to need to see convergence between these lines as well. And that convergence is most easily going to come from home values going and crashing down closer to the levels of where rents and wages are. And so a lot of those people, those investors, especially who are hanging their hat on the fact that you know the rent was going up, and that was a sign that the U.S. housing market wasn't in a bubble, well, those people are going to be in for a world of pain over the next couple months, over the next year, as we see rent growth continue to moderate and continue to go down. In certain cities, especially considering the fact that we're about to see a huge deluge of new apartment and rental buildings delivered into the U.S. housing market. And I'm not joking about this, guys. Take a look at this data from the U.S. Census Bureau is showing that there's nearly 800,000 multifamily and apartment properties currently actively under construction. That is by far the highest level over the last 40 years, and these units which have been delayed, maybe during the pandemic, maybe they were supposed to be delivered in 2021, and now they're going to be delivered in 2022. When they hit the market later this year, it's going to push those rental rates down even further, and it's going to cause even more problems for real estate investors who are banking on continued rent growth and overall the inevitable crash in the rental market, as well as the broader housing market highlights the importance where if you're an investor, you should be looking at markets. These are the best places in America for investors to buy for cash flow, somewhere like El Paso, Texas, where you get 9% rental yield cash flow right out of the box based on how rents compared to home prices. Fort Jackson, Ohio, Winston-Salem, Mississippi is the state capital. North Carolina, Myrtle Beach, Memphis rental yield trailers. The next page in the revenue newsletter are the markets where you get the lowest amount of rent day one for your purchase price. You know, San Jose, San Francisco, Salt Lake City, Seattle, Provo, Denver, Austin, San Diego, Portland, Ogden, Boise. 4. I've been tracking some unique data where I am seeing price cuts on rentals start to impact, but I want to hear what you are seeing in your backyard, so let me know in the comments below what you are seeing. For more such informative videos, subscribe to our channel and like the video. See you in the next video.